Can everyone hear us?
Hi, everybody. Can everyone hear us? Hi, TikTok. What's going on? Hi. Hi, Instagram. We are streaming live in the studio here. Hello, everybody. We are streaming live for our live show. We are back for season 3. If you're missing us and you're streaming on TikTok and Instagram, you get the full effects on our YouTube channel under Motherella. Let's go this way. Here we go. All right. So we have a big topic. Let me move my try to eat and stuff. Okay. I'm a little discombobulated.
Just slightly.
Just slightly, I feel. Hi, we missed the tribe. We've been off for season 2. We are back for season 3. Hello, Instagram. Tonight's show is The Turning Point. It's a doozy. It's really a doozy. All right. So with that said, we have lots to talk about. We have season 3. We're kicking it off tonight with you. We have a new intro coming from our friend Dan Levy, a professional radio and podcast voiceover called Shy Pod Productions. We are grateful to him. We should be having that new audio to us in the next couple of days. As you know, his wife, who's been in radio for many, many years, has been a regular on the show. We will gladly have her back, Jill Urchek. So a big shout out to Dan. Hi to Instagram. Hello, TikTok. All right, let's get started. Are you ready, tribe? Here we go. Season 3. I am so excited to have everybody back in the chat room. Let's say hello to some people. I have to do some banning over here really quick.
The ban hammer is out.
Yes. So let's do this.
Any trolls out there, you're going to get squashed.
Yeah. All right. We'll do that after. Okay. So, hi everybody in the chat room. Hello, Susan. Hello, Heather. Hello, Jess. Hello, Gemini. Hello. Hi, Instagram. Hello, TikTok. Our discussion tonight is called The Turning Point. We are at this point where it is do or die when it comes to the ascension process and the spiritual war. If you all missed the prediction video in the bonus material on Vimeo, we have another Vimeo bonus prediction up and running since last week. We will have another prediction coming up this week.
We're doing it live.
So I like doing it live.
We'll do it live.
I think doing it
Fuck
live.
it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, let's do it live. I think doing it live gives you the actual all in, like you get to see how it's done and how it operates. So I have to say with that, working towards this turning point. I think people have to know that this is the name of the game. We're at the final stages right here, right now. And it's going to be a really interesting 6 weeks. It's going to be a real interesting 6 weeks for those who listen to the predictions. Almost everything we predicted has played out. We're very fortunate to the spirit world. The Galactic Council of 13, we both have our individual councils where we've been channeling a lot of our predictions for several years. I mean, I've been doing this professionally 15 years, but the predictions have been really pretty poignant over the last 3 years. So if you missed it, please join the tribe. We will not put it here on social media because we're tired of the censoring. So if you are wanting to be a part of the community and getting all kinds of stuff, our story is in book format, video format. We're on book 1, verse, I can't even count. I think they're all my favorite verses, by the way. So I don't know. Verse something.
9.
See, he gets it like that. Verse 9. So
9 of 13.
Yeah, 9 of 13. So you get that. You get unlimited streaming, a lot of the light codes, all the bonus material, all the predictions, and some real cool teaching stuff coming up. We just did a teaching video in the bonus, and we have a couple more coming out. So we're excited about that. But we really did miss everybody.
But that teaching guides versus counsel, I think.
Oh, yeah. If you missed that bonus, it's
check it out.
Check it out. It is how spirit guides versus galactic council and what's the difference.
And,
so,
because people are, they're unsure what the terminology is for certain things. They're like, oh, it's like, this is, I have a soul contract, or I have a karmic contract, or a karmic imprint. Yes. They don't know what the difference is between any of these things. And then they're like, oh, my guides or my counsel. That teaching video was really we like to call it blueprinting. So it's like a blueprint to be able to start to discern information from your own intuition so that you can get the terminology correct, because everything is about meaning. What does something mean? So having these meanings actually gives the entire soul frequency meaning. And then you're not getting confused by, oh, well, this is my path and purpose. No, that's a soul purpose. Like, so there'll be more of those.
Yeah. And I think people need to know at this turning point, there's a huge difference between your soul path and purpose, where you're learning lessons and breaking these contracts and karma, and moving into the 5D quantum energy. This new timeline is all about your soul mission, which is very different than your path and purpose. They're two dynamically different types of paths, and you connect with entirely two different councils. Your galactic councils, not your spirit guides, which is why we did the bonus video. And we're at this pinnacle point, I feel, where the light has really kind of been done with what's playing out. And it's exciting for someone who has been channeling this many years about the ascension. I've talked about this since 2010. And it's been a very long, almost 10, 11 years now of trying to help assist people into the wake up. And watching it play out now, I have to say, is kind of exciting, at the same time a little frustrating. But the energy is so strong where it's just like they're done. I mean, it's kind of, and this is not to gloat of what's happening, but watching the evil dismantle every single day. I mean, they are sticking it right in their ass. They got their foot in their mouth. They're pulling out all stops and failing as we speak. No matter what they try to pull, we are outsmarting them. And it's just, I have to laugh because all these years of frustration, you never saw really an end point. And we are at that end point, and this is the turning point. So watching the takedown of something over 250 years in this dome that we live in, this false reality, this simulation, literally be dismantled as we speak from the galactic infiltration, to me is just a blessing in disguise. I can't wait for the 5D New Nova Earth shift, the final portion of the shift. We entered quantum on July 5th, 2021. Many of you know I've been speaking about that for a while. Walker and I are very versed in quantum energy and in playing the quantum field and assisting in the timelines past, by the way, the sixth dimension. We are not teaching below the sixth dimension. It's just not for us at this time. There are many other teachers of the spirit world out there that want to keep you in that 5D vibration. We are here to take people over into their own sovereignty, their own discernment at this turning point where you're choosing for yourself and you need no one but yourself. You don't need me, you don't need him. We can only guide you there. To really kind of start entering the 5D New Nova Earth with this quantum energy. And so we're kind of really done with everything that's been up to now. We're kind of just sitting back watching it play out, and we've allowed those who need that final push. They're in the name of the, they're in for the name of the game here, and they work with us. And they're doing remarkable things. I mean, there's a lot of new 5D companies and teachers and books coming out. So this is kind of a whole new turning point for this dome. And once we consciously shift and do the final break, to wake up in a world that's just so clear, and so removed from the destruction, is just going to be a blissful state. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, then don't follow and keep fucking scrolling. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to stop teaching how I teach, and I'm not going to stop channeling the way I've channeled for the last 45 years. It is what it is.
And I mean, when we're talking about a turning point, because there is the illusion of this fourth dimensional frequency, meaning that in a fifth dimensional consciousness, one can be creating what they're fearing, what they're believing is true, false truths, true lies, and creating in their reality almost instant manifestation of these things, thus propelling them or perpetuating the trauma from third dimensional issues. So when we're talking about sixth dimensional consciousness, or it's almost like a bird's eye view above fifth dimension. So understanding that you're instantly creating within the fifth, and then having that eagle eye view from the sixth dimension of going, what am I consciously creating or unconsciously creating, subconsciously creating at this moment? Because everything is a creation. Everything is one's own creation. So the very things that one sees in their lives, from the microcosm to the macrocosm to, their local community to the geopolitical, system, all comes from this turning point. And that turning point is very interesting because it can be turning and everything's starting to propel in the right direction. And then that fear creeps up, and that turning point can turn the point can turn all the way around again and look like going in the opposite direction. This is why at this stage, we have said before, nothing in 3D can go to 5D. That means if there's trauma and baggage, and that is fear will be instantly projected into one's reality to the point where it can be so severe, they can think they're not in 5D. They can create the illusion that the fourth dimensional trapped wall is still there.
Correct.
That's how mind controlled people have become. So this turning point needs to be one's own turning point. Otherwise, the matrix will turn that point around and it'll send you in the other direction.
So it's really about this turning point is connecting on your own, getting your own connection, really knowing your true inner worth and really following your own intuition and gut. Your higher self has spoken for the many of the masses who are standing in their, their complete inner power with the, the stance to say no. The turning point for us, we have no problem sharing. We have removed ourselves from researching, if you will, on social media. And our turning point, we're actually doing more galactic type research. I've been teaching for a long time professionally, about the ancient civilization tools. Walker and I have agreed that we're going to bring more and more ancient civilization into the now for the tribe, for you, for the people, because this is where we're moving to. You can say goodbye to big pharma. It is out. You can say goodbye to the false leadership. You can say goodbye to the false science. It is just, there's nothing you can do anymore. It's already dismantling on its own. So getting frustrated and getting upset and still getting angry and having anxiety over this is just wasted energy at this point.
Well, it's not even wasted energy. You're feeding the dark.
Well, you're feeding the dark.
It's feeding that energy of what one doesn't want.
You could be taking that energy and really investing into, how am I going to live in this new Nova Earth? Like what does that look like for you? What does it look like for me? You can be saying that to yourself. How does it look? Does it look like I'm financially free? Because there is no more money. We're going to quantum currency, whether we like it or not. There is no value to the dollar. It's value to the currency now. That's been since July. We're watching that play out as we're speaking. Those predictions were 2 years ago. And it's more about stepping into your inner power and saying, I'm done feeding the people who are asleep, and I'm going to feed the energy into my own self first, because the more you fill yourself up right now, especially at this turning point, the more you fill yourself up, the better you're going to be for the new Nova Earth, because there's so many things with ancient civilization you could be doing. And like I said, Walker and I have agreed we're going to be doing tons of research and bringing a lot of truth to some of the conflict in our past history that has been really convoluted and destroyed. A lot of the destruction of our history has been to hide the truth. And we're not playing the game anymore. We're just not. So our turning point is, the answer is no. We're not going to be silenced. We're not going to stop what we're doing, but we're also not engaging on the awakening process anymore. Our job has been served. It's done. Our mission, our soul mission now, is to carry people past the 6th dimension, which is the highest connection you can have with yourself. It's all about, connecting on your own. And we're enjoying that. We're actually enjoying it. It's about changing your cellular imprints. It's about finalizing and the removal of your trauma and going into this new Nova Earth, way past the 5D consciousness, almost like you're going in to the new Nova Earth just already knowing. Because the 5D portion of the consciousness is the awakening. You're already there. You're going to get stuck if you don't start taking steps towards living the ascension now. It's time to live the ascension and not just stay in this 3D, 5D crap that we've been listening to for literally almost 11 years. We're moving into the 11th year. And I want to say this, and I have to, because there are some spiritual teachers out there that have really worked hard at exposure. And I know I'm not giving any names right now, but I do know one that is dear to my heart, that I've been following him for many, many years. I think he's well-versed. He used to be on Gaia, but he is getting some major backlash lately. And I have to say, at some point, we're done. The backlash is coming as if he's changing stance. No, his work got us to the point where we're at. And at some point that work has to complete, and then it's moving into a new type of work as a soul mission. And he's been getting a lot of negative, really nasty shit on his social media. And my heart just breaks for those true teachers of the dark and light. And it goes with the territory. It goes with our work. You just got to have a really strong backbone, and you have to be able to shut people down that just don't agree. If you don't agree, fucking move on. It's that simple. Go live in your 3D, 4D, even 5D world at this point.
I mean, the turning point really is, as we've discussed before, is it used to be 50% of your reality is connected to you, and 50% of your reality is connected to the collective. So that means that you can create within your own space, but there's still an influence from the collective. Like if everybody believed in their own inner power, everyone would be flying. But the collective programming says that's not a reality, that's not possible. It crunches it all down. So this turning point that we've hit is actually raised above 50% individually. That means that you're less than 40% connected to the collective. So it's an amazing opportunity, this turning point, to start creating one's own reality. And as we've been talking about with what kind of community, like when we're outspoken like this, sure, we've been censored, we've been shut down. There's, social media has gone to extreme lengths in big tech to quiet my voice.
Totally. I don't even
and yet we still have a following. Why? Because we're not looking for everybody. And we've told you that before. There are plenty of people out there that are, serving those that are still seeking and searching and looking and uncertain. And is there really an outside of myself type of, afterlife type of thing? And there's spiritual teachers for that. And that's what they're here to do. We've said before that when we created the tribe, we were looking for soul-like, basically what we call our
tribe,
our soul tribe.
Yeah.
And this is all the individuals that are awakening to this realization that this is the network that they've been wanting to connect to, that edifies their soul, that this is the collective fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional consciousness that they want to actually tune to. So in doing that 60% that's now in that individual's ability to manifest, and the 40% that's in the collective, they're starting to put that self-love into themselves, creating that 60%, and then starting to move that energy into the tribe and moving that into that being their collective consciousness. Because as that happens, and as we talk about these things, what ends up happening is traumas come up. So the individual that she's talking about that's getting a bunch of backlash, there are always people with cognitive dissonance that do not want to hear things that make them uncomfortable or go into their insecurities.
Very much so.
And that insecurity could be something that they're clinging on to, like religion or politics or economics or money. Yeah, whatever it is, they don't want to, they've invested so much of their own identity in these belief systems that if someone is telling them something else and they start to get very violently angry, that's how they protect the matrix. That's how the matrix then opens them up to be basically Mr. Smiths, and they become agents of the matrix and they fight everybody tooth and nail, and they don't even know why. It's because those truths make them very uncomfortable. Anybody speaking the truth, there will always be someone out there that doesn't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. That's fine. If you don't want to hear the truth,
and even if
don't fight me about it, go find your own truth somewhere else.
And even if it's not truth in their opinion and they just don't like you, they feel they have a voice to say so. Just fucking move on. It's that simple. And so part of the show here with the turning point is just don't engage. Holding people accountable when you're in 5D is a massive, massive sign of self-love. Like I'm going to just call it out and tell you like it is. I have nothing to hide. I would expect the same if I was coming at you and overstepping my boundaries. If I was pummeling you and spewing my negative self and energy onto you, I would expect the same, but I'm not. When people come into your space, That is your energetic boundary. That is your space. And
they are challenging your
they're
sovereignty.
challenging you. So stand strong and repel it. It's that simple. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to engage more into conversation in the tribe and talk maybe a little bit about Xbox and readings. All right. Well. Show. We were at a commercial break and we are back because prior to this, we were talking about the turning point. And I think this was a well discussed topic for everyone that can resonate with it in order of, in terms of what to do next. So I really like that we got to kind of tackle that in the first half of the show. Second half of the show, we want to move more into engaging with all of you. We've missed everybody. We've been off from season 2 for several weeks. We want to say hi and kind of talk to you in the chat room a little bit. One of the things that we will share with you, because people always ask us, okay, how do you control your energy? What do you do every day during this turning point? And our big running joke is we're Xbox players. That is what we do to remove ourselves from what we call fake reality. The video game industry for me is a better reality than the false reality in the outside world, especially when you're an empath and cannot deal with the fucking people right now. So finding things that make you happy and fuel your inner child is going to take you a long way over these next 6 weeks as we're entering the final stages of all this fucking chaos playing out.
Nothing in 5D makes sense in 3D. In a 3D mindset, working harder and securing and making sure that they're saving and doing all of these things that we're told is how to create the life that we want is actually completely fucking backwards. It's back-asswards. What the vibration, so a joy vibration does not contain any type of lack consciousness or desperation for lack of anything. That is what we're talking about, is a joy vibration. Do what brings you joy, and the universe will act in turn, meaning your universe will deliver to you the very thing that vibration of joy is bringing to you. Or it can actually bring you something that disrupts that joy to show where the traumas might be, to clear those, to move on.
And I will be honest, the universe moving into this new Nova Earth responds to 2 things: bliss and love. That's it. There is no middleman anymore. There is no middle energy anymore. There is no 3D, 4D, 5D. It is literally bliss and love. So anytime you vibrate in a frequency of bliss or love, and don't say, well, I can't find it and I got this and I got that. Well, then you're already vibrating at a low vibration. So you just killed it right there. Finding something to take your mind as an escape away from this dome, whether it's crafting, whether it's scrapbooking, whether it's painting, like for us, Xbox playing, going for a walk, quantum walk, we quantum walk, joining the tribe and watching unlimited videos about our story that we're being told in video format in the tribe. You're getting a book, basically our book on video, in sections, by the way. So, doing something that's blissful and out of love and fun, especially when you're investing in yourself, there's no way to not enjoy the new Nova Earth. It's like you're already setting yourself up. So we are very good at this turning point to make sure we allow that energy space for us every day. There isn't a day we don't. And we're very good about sticking to that. So,
and so much about following one's soul purpose is clearing out all of those contracts, all that karma, so that you can really start to deal with your soul path. And that soul path, it places in one space the ability to start manifesting without creating anything, right?
Yeah.
It also creates this space that if I want something and it's causing me pain, because if it's causing resistance, it's causing me pain. That's not my soul's desire. It's something that my 3D psychological self wants.
Totally.
If I can back up and just go, you know what? That's causing me pain. Why am I continuing to do this if it's giving me pain? It's like a trauma bond. So if I'm seeing resistance, then it's causing me pain. Stopping the pain is about releasing that resistance. If someone's desperate, they lost their job, or they're being forced to get something, or they lose their job, and they're in desperation to find something, they won't find it.
Especially if you use the word need.
Need.
If you are in a need for anything moving into this new Nova Earth, then you are not in the 5D.
And this is not an easy concept to deal with within the, reptilian monkey brain, because the reptilian monkey brain goes, survival is right at the cusp of every thought. It's to the point where that voice is two thoughts away from everything going to hell in a handbasket. All of it. That's just, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. So this is not an easy concept when one is thinking of themselves as this body. It is a higher vibration to start to feel that you exist beyond this body as a soul signature, and being in that vibration connects you to the universe, to the guidance system, to start to navigate your energy to the least resistance, not no resistance. Remember, energy follows the path of least resistance. So if there's a really hard block there, stop thinking about it, stop focusing on it, release it, and allow the energy to flow right into the path of least resistance. Like I said, easier said than done. If you're thinking of yourself as this body, this person, this story.
So with that said, we recommend strongly sacred spaces. We talk a lot about that in the tribe, especially in the wellness video. We have our own sacred spaces individually, and then we also have it together. So creating that space where you can free yourself of everything around you and become a repellent to it is probably going to behoove you the next 6 weeks, because there's just so much energy in and around you. And a lot of us are having to go outside of the home. I have personally reverted in. I use Instacart. It's my best friend. Instacart.
I told her about it one day.
I
said, well, there's this thing called Instacart.
I Instacart everything.
She said, what's that? I said, it's like a fucking Uber groceries.
Yep.
She's like, what do you mean?
Yep.
Try it. She looked on it. She's like, oh my God, I just saved 4 hours going to the store.
Yeah, and I overtip.
Always.
So they keep coming back and doing a good job.
Always.
I just absolutely am so grateful that I don't have to deal with people. And it helps support those who are trying to support their families and work on their own, so they're not living in this jail of a corporate world where they're being forced to do things against their will. So I want to support those people, especially like DoorDash and things like that. So that's all quantum. People working in those independent type things, Uber drivers and things like that. They're just tired of the system. They want to work for themselves. And I'm here to support those type of individual people. I'm very grateful to those types of companies. So with that said, I hope this resonates with a lot of you. We want to say hi to everybody. We're going to take a couple questions for the rest of the show. Hi, everybody. Hi, McCall. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Raven. Hi, Gemini. Jess. Hi, Instagram. Hi, TikTok. So start writing out some of your questions you have for us. We'll be happy to answer them. And then we'll kind of, go from there. Got anything you want to add?
No, I think that's it. This is the turning point. And it is your own personal turning point, because the collective is no longer an excuse, right? It used to be the collective where, I'm 50% connected. Well, I wanted to do that, but the collective changed the damn timeline. Fucking collective. God damn it. Why am I doing all this work for the collective? It's not that way anymore. Now, the timeline can be fragile, as Raven was saying. And yes, it can get manipulated, but it will revert back to the original intention, because it can't be stopped. It only can be slowed down, or like a railroad track, deviated slightly, but it always comes back to the same track as soon as your mind can get off that one-way track of it's all going to hell in a handbasket.
That's good.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good
Skip my brain came right out my ass.
All right, let's say hi to a few people on Instagram. Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura. That's Lorraine. Hi, Amy. Hi, Judy Lynn. Hello, Xtina. Hello, everybody. All right. Hi, TikTok. Hello, everyone who's joining us. Advice for when you're happy you have ascended, but you feel isolated from everyone else. Are you talking about daily basis for us, or what?
What is it? Advice
when you're happy you have ascended, but you feel isolated from everyone else.
Good.
I'm in a blissful state of that.
Because why would I go around someone else that's going to lower my vibration?
Yeah.
I would rather wait it out and really cultivate that energy for myself being happy.
Yeah.
So that when I do go out again, I start to create that vibration where I'm not even looking for people that are on the same level as me. They just show up because I'm not feeling lonely.
Well, it's not even that. She's also saying, like, what about if you're happy you ascended and you're all happy in this 5D ascension, but at the same time, you feel isolated. So you're happy about the process.
Right.
But because you're happy about the process, now you've isolated yourself from everybody.
Yeah, but isolating yourself at this point is getting out of this dome.
Yeah.
See, this has been this fucked up reincarnation cycle against one's own soul will for a long time. So if every soul's given an opportunity, and there have been many opportunities throughout their lifetime, multiple lifetimes, and based off of their decisions to choose sovereignty, to choose self-governance, has led all the way up to this turning point to where they're either going to be completely absorbed by the collective conformity consciousness, or they're going to have made enough decisions for their own soul path to say, I'm ready to leave, I'm ready to ascend.
Yeah. So
this is every 26,000 year cycle. There's an opportunity. That's part of the fucked up game. Nobody knows about this opportunity. It's not like, oh, it's the Hunger Games. You get to compete in it. And if you get out of the dome, nobody knows about it. But it is something that the dark knows about, the light knows about. And then you have everyone in between trying to pick up their pieces of their memories to remember where the fuck they actually are, because it ain't Earth.
Well said, babe. Well said. All right, Tanya. And then we have Lorraine wants to join us. Maybe, let's see, is that a question? Let's see what it says here. She wants to join us all the way from Australia.
Let's do it.
All right, let's accept. All right, so we have someone joining us live on Instagram while she's coming on.
How do you know when it's officially too much resistance? When you try to go around it 3 different times, up, over, around it, under it, and you keep meeting the same resistance, let it go. Third time, 3 strikes, you're out.
Hi, we have a special guest on Instagram all the way from Australia. How are you?
Thanks, how are you?
We're wonderful. How's things down under?
It's been a bit scary, especially for Melbourne, but Queensland's been wonderful. Well, wonderful, I say the best state you could be in Australia.
Yes.
But Melbourne had an earthquake yesterday. So
An earthquake?
They'd never had that size earthquake before, 6
Oh.
magnitude.
So our guest from Australia is saying that there was a 6 magnitude earthquake
Said something in the predictions
in
about that.
Australia. Did you hear
Something
the predictions?
between
We talked about Australia.
Hawaii and Australia? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that took place, funnily enough, just before the protesters started.
Really?
there.
How coincidental is that? Oh, that's right, because nothing's a coincidence.
So right before the protest started, earthquake.
For the third day in a row.
Sure.
So yes, it's crazy times, absolutely crazy times. But I can see it is getting tougher and tougher here in Australia.
It's a shame because there's so many great souls, and we watch a lot. I have a few people from out there. We both do, and they're standing in their power. They are just my heart it melts for them in terms of the love I have for how much they're trying to help humanity collectively.
Yes.
But at the same time, I get what you're saying, living in Australia, how scary it can be at times when you have family and friends that you love, because you feel helpless. Like you can't help everybody. You can only help yourself.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. There's a lot of our family and friends in Sydney, and they've been in lockdown for, I think it's been a couple of months now. Melbourne's been the longest lockdown city in the world.
So
Now their lockdown isn't like California lockdown. Like
No.
they can't go, like they're locked in. Like I think what is it? There's one visitation to go to the store or something
I think so.
per day or something like that.
One person can leave.
So it's real people, real stories. Like you're hearing real people, real stories. And I don't even give a fuck about censorship. This is real people with real stories, not what you're being fed for your entertainment on mainstream media. I have an important question. I just want to know, and for the audience to hear, how are some of these people surviving in this lockdown? Because I can imagine the mental anguish and the financial setbacks some of these people are enduring. Do you have any insight to that?
I've got a friend in Sydney, and she's a very strong-minded person, and she's homeschooling 2 children. She's running 2 businesses from home.
Wow.
She's suffering
That's a lot.
through a marriage breakup, and
Oh.
she's got a mother she's living with her that has Alzheimer's,
Oh,
and she's struggling.
Wow.
She's really
Gosh.
struggling. So I'm hopeful that this is not going to go on for too much longer, because we're starting to see, not only do we have the truck drivers protests, now we have the construction workers.
So no more construction.
Yes.
The world runs on
what?
construction and trash trucks.
I have to be honest though, Lorraine, at the end of the day, I'm going to just say this as clear as day. We are the majority. If
Yeah.
you look at who actually runs the world, the percentage of people that actually are empowered to run the world or think they're empowered to run the world, we, the people, are the majority throughout the
Mhm.
world.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, when we step into that power and say no, and we just stop, and if everyone just collectively comes together and just stopped at the same exact timeline, all this would just go away. Honestly, it would. So that makes me happy to hear that truck drivers and construction workers and teachers and things like that are starting to say no more. Unfortunately, we live in the States and we are the last to actually stand up for ourselves. We've allowed it to get so bad because we feel entitled. Like and I'm saying, speaking from that, because I have actually interacted with people on a pretty big scale that feel this way. I've gotten, it'll never happen here. It'll never happen to us. I'm just going to keep sharing posts. What else can I do? Then we get to this point and we're on our way to where Australia is if these states don't get their shit together.
But there's a little history lesson here, because the Constitution of the United States, it states that each state is sovereign. This is Australia doesn't, and UK, they have like a Magna Carta, but they don't have where they're actually not beholden to the government. The level of how the states operate is that each state gets to choose what they want to do. So with that being said, the government was only designed to actually protect the entire nation.
But
That's
they're not doing
defense. I know. And to settle disputes between states, never to subsidize anything. So you have these different states that have already decided that the federal government mandate is bullshit. And you have these blue states that are bought into China that are going to go with the same protocols as China. So you have a difference there between countries, because with Australia, there has been so much banning of firearms and any type of ability to protect oneself out of the whole gun control progressivism. And so what you have now is you have that all of this push is actually the catalyst that the people are turning against the police. If the police are going to act like tyrants and they're going to act like Nazi Germany, fuck them. That's how I say.
Yes, you can see it all happening, especially in Melbourne first. Then it'll be Sydney. And I don't think they're going to stop.
No.
These guys, these construction workers, you get them offside, they've got their union against them now, where they were always for them. They are ripping the doors down. They're really out for blood now.
Yep.
We're out for blood. Are you
And this
hearing
is what
that?
we've been talking about in these predictions for quite some time, is
Yeah.
there will be blood in the streets. That is because if with an animal, you can teach it tricks. And if you keep abusing that animal, at a certain point, it won't do any of the tricks that you told it to. It won't listen to you in any capacity.
It'll bite
It will
back.
bite you. It will eat you. It will do whatever
It
it
shouldn't
has.
have to get to that point.
And-
We
but
just
that's
all
the
need
way
to
it's
get
gotta
it
happen.
together, and we just all need to stop and say no in the timeline right now.
True.
And I'll tell you, Lorraine, I tried to go again to the post office, and I've been blocked twice by Spirit. Do you want to know that they actually have a ban on us mailing now to Australia? Here
It doesn't surprise me.
in my state. So that's 2 times now.
As of the end of August, they
I
have
mean-
banned all mail going to Australia from the
and
US.
it was last updated on September 17th, 2021. What in the fuck? So I can't mail a certificate to Australia? You
Well, they-
gotta be kidding me.
They quarantine it for 14 days in
Yeah,
a room
did you
by
know that?
itself.
Our
No, I
post
didn't know
Our
'Cause,
post
you know-
office informed us that anything we mail from here, at least in Illinois, gets quarantined on both ends for a minimum of 14 days. That's why you didn't get your stuff right away.
So 30 days, you have this thing sitting there, but somebody can go to the drive-through.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Doesn't live on that, right?
crazy.
Well, you look radiant.
You look
you're
really
glowing.
good. Yeah.
Do you have your own
Oh, well, thanks.
pocket dimension set up over there? I can see.
Sorry?
I said you have your own pocket dimension, like you're in the world but not of it. You know?
Yeah, I am. I can't explain it. I'm happy.
I can tell.
I'm living life. Nothing's stopping me. I've never worn a mask. I've
Good.
stood my ground. I know the Constitution. I know my rights, and they will fight me, right? And I say call management. They go higher and higher, and they come back and apologise to me. They write a red card.
Right?
Yeah, I've done it.
That's your universe. You're creating your universe.
Yep.
I'm
that's
actually not
beautiful.
going out. And
Yeah.
I'm not going out and facing it.
Yeah.
I've got no
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
at all.
Well, you're a pillar of strength, and we're so grateful to have you come on here and let people know real people, real stories, so we can hear it straight from somebody who actually lives in that vibration. So,
You've just been flying after your quantum soul retrieval.
Yes.
You're just soaring. I love it.
yeah, we love it. We love it. So, thank you for joining us live. We are so grateful. Hugs to the family too. Hi to the whole family. All right. Love
Take
you.
care.
Thanks.
Much love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So do you heard that? We weren't expecting to do an Instagram live, so I know it was hard to hear through the microphone, but I was trying to translate. But yeah, it was just it's crazy what was going on in Australia, especially with somebody who's a client of ours that actually just spoke to us from there to kind of let us know in on the deets of what's truly playing out. So,
And I mean, talk about a warrior. Talk about like
Yeah.
a warrioress, like going to battle every
Yeah.
day and saying, no, I'm confronting this and standing in my sovereignty. And then they're like, oh, we have a problem. And then they keep going up. I'm not sure if you heard, they keep going up to upper management. To a certain point, management comes back and apologizes for her, the treatment, because she knows her rights.
yeah, so it's insane. But well, we thank everybody for joining us on TikTok and Instagram. Any more questions before we go? We still have a few minutes.
Yeah, let's.
Anything you want to announce? We have a couple things to announce.
We
actually.
do. Yeah,
So do you want to?
we can announce that right at the end.
Okay. Anybody else? I don't want to like slow down on the podcast here because we're still rolling. But we have a cellular vitality reset. That is our new service where
Non-medical.
non-medical energy cellular vitality
It's
reset
non-medical.
for those looking to step into their quantum wellness going into the new Nova Earth. You can read about it on avatararmory.com/book online. We have the Galactic Child Rainbow reading. So those who've had a Galactic Star Family reading for the adults, we now offer it for the children. And Walker and I have learned about more than, 7 alien species for children connections.
Well, sort of alien species.
Well, they're
because
they're
they can be-
extensions.
They can be all kinds of different species,
Right.
but they have a specific
almost coding.
soul resonance, what we call a starlight resonance.
Yes. So, and it's like an extension. And so we've had a few people do, these child rainbow readings, and they're just amazing. I absolutely love them. So that's new. You can go to Avatar Armory /galactic. I think it's Galactic Star Reading or something. And it's in there, but it's also at motherella.com on my first page when you go on motherella.com.
When you go to avatararmory.com, you just go right to the Tribe of Eden shop. It's in there.
Yes. So that's really something exciting. That's new for us. And then my special I launched, which they are on here live with us, so they probably don't even know, but I am back to doing Motherella's Truth Tarot. It's something I created years ago. It's my own spread, my own way of channeling, my own way of connecting the galactic to the tarot spread. I absolutely love and adore tarot because there's a lot of dark that comes to the light and helps guide you in a more deeper level. And it really gets down to timing. I have a timing spread that I do. And with that, for anyone who purchases, is getting a free exclusive.
Not available to the public.
Yeah, only through the reading. This is the only one that you're getting in the reading. It's called the Stormkeeper. And Walker came up with that because the blend that I create all these blends intuitively in my head based on how I channel it. And the Stormkeeper came at the perfect time because we're all going through this fucking chaos. And so the Stormkeeper, you can roll the shit out of your body with it to help ground you and kind of align you in this energetic state of calm. So you're controlling your chaos and you're grounding at the same time. So watch the emails, watch social media for that special. It's only from tonight until Sunday, and then it's coming off. I'm only offering it for 4 days and through the weekend.
And those,
So-
I mean, we've experimented with it ourselves. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you what,
It's so awesome.
it's brutally honest. Like it is to the point truthful.
Yeah.
The truth doesn't give a fuck about your feelings.
Yep.
It doesn't, because it just
It
tells
says
you
it like
what
it
needs
is.
to happen.
Yep, it says it like it is. So watch for that. And then anyone looking for retrieval, You got to clear that karma. You got to break those soul contracts. You can go to avatararmory.com/book online for your Spectra healing soul retrieval. And you're going to love it.
And, Supernova, which is Spectra 2.
Yeah.
That's the one you
have
do
to do one
60 days after. And some people don't even need it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an optional thing.
You're not on this ongoing healing either. It's like you go in, you get your soul retrieval, and you're kind of done. If you need the Spectra, you want the Spectra, great. I mean, Cancer Clearly, the Supernova. I strongly recommend it because I fucking loved my Supernova. It's the one that catapulted me to where I'm at now. But yeah, I mean, check it out.
It goes off of
check it out.
my ethos. Like the whole thing with being a personal trainer, I was always trying to get people, training them, educating them on how to be fit, how to be healthy, how to have wellness, so that they didn't have to keep coming back to me. I said, here's how you do it. Here's how you cultivate this energy. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to look so amazing. Just go and tell other people about it. Oh, well, can I get another session? No, this isn't what this is about. So that's what I've taken with that's my ethos in general, is I want to empower others to empower themselves, because there is so many people that are lost out there. There's so many people that have soul fragmentation from all kinds of timelines, from all time, space dimensions, and reality. And being able to just have that self-empowerment, because it is self-healing. That self-healing is self-empowerment, and then they go tell others. They don't have to keep coming, okay, so next week we'll have a follow-up, and what we'll do is we'll work on Egypt, and then, another soul regression. No, one and done.
Yep. So, all right. Well, we love you all. We're so glad you were able to join us live for season 3. We'll be back with an upload on Monday. Remember, we upload every Monday a new Tribe of Eden TV episode on Anchor.fm that we do not air live. And then we'll be back next Wednesday. All right. So we thank you for joining us. We love you all, and have a good Wednesday.
Take great care.
Take great care. Bye.